Hi guys, I'm gonna guide you through a slow flow that you can do in the morning or the evening. And behind me is Andrew, and he's gonna be working from a side view while I instruct you from the front view. So taking a tall standing position at the top of your mat with your feet about hip width apart, maybe the big toes touch, and the arms just beside you. We're gonna just start with a couple of breaths here. So really thinking about pressing down into all of the points of your feet. So starting with your big toes, notice where your big toes lie on the mat. Take your awareness to your pinky toes and notice where your pinky toe mounds sit on the floor. Moving into your heels, notice how your heels press into the floor and then elongate your spine as if you're hanging like a Christmas tree ornament. From the top of your head, lengthen all the way down your spine and notice the tripod in your feet. From your big toe mound, your pinky toe mound, and your heel. Turn your palms forward and roll your shoulders back down your body. Allow a soft bend in your knees as you start to breathe nice and slow. Notice your breath here. And as you exhale, see if you can elongate your exhale a little bit longer. So each time that you breathe out, trying to slow the breath. Good. Taking 3 more breaths here before moving into Sun Salutation A modification. Inhale, take the arms all the way up to the sky. As you exhale, forward fold, lengthen the back. As you inhale, halfway lift, bend slightly in the knees. And as you exhale, forward fold and hang here. You might decide to grab opposite elbows here or allow your arms to just hang heavy towards your feet. Notice the pelvis and imagine your hips sitting on top of the ceiling here. So that might require you to bend your knees a little bit, and that's okay. The goal for this pose is not to get your head to your legs or your hands to the floor. The goal for this pose is to find an elongation through your spine, a lengthening through your neck, and a tilt of the pelvis to allow the hips to sit on the ceiling. Take 2 more breaths here. And you might start to employ your Ujjayi breath here, so an in and out through the nose, and it gives it this kind of oceanic quality to your breath, almost like waves crashing. As you inhale, halfway lift again, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, plant the palms to the floor, step your feet back, lower your knees down, and sit back into child's pose. Taking a few breaths here in child's pose, notice the length of your back. So as your hips sit back onto your heels or towards your heels, think about reaching the fingertips forward but sliding the shoulder blades down your back. Moving from child's pose, plant the hands into the floor. Take a nice deep breath in as you come up to tabletop and round the spine. As you exhale, sit back into child's pose. Inhale, plant the palms, move forward, round the spine. And as you exhale, sit back, child's pose. 5 more like this. So as you inhale, coming up and over top of the hands, wrists move towards fingertips, shoulders stack on top of wrists, round the spine. And as you exhale, sit the hips back, allow the hips to move towards the heels and lengthen the spine. 4 more. Inhale, round the back, coming forward, tuck the chin, lengthen the back. And exhale, hips towards heels, take a moment. 3 more like that with your own breath. Final 2. Last time, round the back, nice slow breaths. plant the palms into the floor, tuck the toes underneath, and on your next breath out, send the hips up, downward facing dog. Start to pedal out those feet, maybe shake the head, move side to side. Feel the lengthening here in your downward dog. And just as we talked about in your forward fold, thinking about the hips sitting on top of the ceiling. Allow the pedaling out of the feet to elongate your calf muscles here. And then slide your shoulders down your back, almost as to create this little T angle or tripod between all three, big toe, pinky toe, heel, thumb, pinky, heel of hand. And then this kind of triangle shape where this energy is pushing through in this circular motion. Take 2 more breaths here. And as you exhale, see if you can bring the shoulders down the back, if you can sit the hips back up onto that ceiling. Take 1 more breath here. Look between the hands, bend the knees, walk, step, or jump forward into your halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, sit the hips back and find chair pose, sitting hips all the way back as if sitting down in a chair. From this position here, thinking about really planting your heels into the floor. You want your weight to be backward with the hips, and then the upper body to be reaching outward. Think about the sternum and the chest, the heart center really reaching forward as you breathe here. On your next breath out, slide the shoulder blades down the back. Begin to squeeze the feet into the floor, almost as if you're pushing the ground away with all 10 toes and heels. From here, take a look at your knees. Take a moment here and line up your knees on top of your ankles. Ensure they're not wiggling side to side, and take 3 more nice slow breaths here as we ignite the legs in your chair pose. One more breath here. Take an inhale as you press through the feet to come all the way up. And exhale back to Samastitihi, hands beside you. Close the eyes here and take 3 breaths. Find that alignment through the spine again, dropping your tailbone down. One more big breath here. Taking the right foot in front of you now, place the heel of the foot on the floor and the toes up towards the ceiling. The feet about hip width apart here, so just like you're on train tracks, not a tightrope. Bring the hands beside your body and find length through your spine. Allow the right foot to move to the floor if that feels better, or keep the flex of the foot. Take an inhale to grow tall, and as you exhale, bend the left knee, reach towards the heel. As you inhale, come all the way up, circle the arms backwards, and as you exhale, come forward, reach to the foot. And then you can allow movement through the back here. So you might round the spine as you move through this hamstring activator. As you inhale, reaching down towards the heel, sit the hips back, bend into the left knee. Coming all the way up. You might reverse your breath or take a couple breaths in each posture on the way down and on the way up. Just moving here however feels best with your breath. When you get to the bottom of that circle towards your foot, see if you can relax your head. Almost as if the neck is lengthening at the bottom of your rounded spine. Take 1 more round here. And then bringing the feet together, wiggle out those legs and arms. Take your left heel now towards the floor. Take the hips hip to shoulder width apart. Take an inhale as you reach to the sky. And as you exhale, bend the right knee, reach the hands towards the foot, round the back, drop the head. Inhale as you come up, circle the arms back. And as you exhale, move towards your left leg. The goal here is not to get your head to your knee or reach to the floor. but instead thinking about moving with your breath here. So if it feels better for you to move on an inhalation and an exhalation with one circle of the arms, amazing. But if it feels better to take a few breaths on the upward phase and a few breaths on the downward phase, feel free to explore that as well. As we move through this position, keep reminding yourself to drop the head, to relax the jaw. Notice any tension you might be feeling in the forehead, in the jaw itself, the mouth, or the tongue, and try and see if we can relax the head here. Take a few more cycles of breath here, and allow the shoulders to settle with each exhale. Finishing off your last round. And bringing the feet together at the top of your mat. Good. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, settle the shoulders down the back and interlace the fingers at the top. You might have the knuckles together or taking the index finger up to the ceiling. Take a few more breaths here. And as you inhale, think about lengthening the spine. And as you exhale, think about settling the feet into the floor. Take another full breath in and out here. From your standing position, as you inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, bend to the right. Side bend, side reach. As you inhale, think about staying here and lengthening the fingers away from the body. Take an exhale to settle into the feet. There might be a slight bend in the knee. Take one more full inhale here. And exhale, return to center. As you inhale, lengthen the spine, lengthen the arms, elbows stretch. And as you exhale, bend to the left. Take a full breath in and out here. Think about shining the armpit on the right side up towards the ceiling, opening the heart. One more breath here. Inhale. And as you exhale, back to center. One more time. Inhale, lengthen the body. Exhale, side bend to the right. And you might notice here that your left hip moves the opposite direction of your right. That's okay. Try and press through all 10 toes as you take one more inhale here. Exhale to the center, drop those front ribs, lengthen the low back. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bend to the left, send that right hip to the right. And those fingertips over to the left, shine the right armpit up. Soft bend in the knee as you press through all 10 toes. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, come back to center. Take an inhale to grow tall. And an exhale to release the arms back down to the side. Good. Roll out those shoulders. Allow the feet to go wherever's comfortable. Shine the hands away from the body towards the front. Gently close the eyes or look down towards the floor and take full breaths here. 3 full breaths. As you inhale, reach the arms in opposition away from each other. Nice and long, out like a T. Take a full breath in and out, really expand those arms sideways. And as you exhale, give yourself a hug, wrap the right arm under the left. So the left elbow is now stacked on top of the right elbow. Walk those fingertips towards the shoulder blades. Allow the shoulder blades to open through the back. Begin to tuck the chin just slightly here and a little bend in the knees as you soften the low back. You might stay here, or if it feels okay for you, bend into the elbows and allow the arms to move towards each other. The backs of the palms might touch, or you might wrap all the way around for a bind. In for your eagle or twisted branch. From here, drop that chin, allow the elbows to come up and the shoulders to go down the back. Take 3 full breaths in whatever stage of that bind you are in. As you exhale, settle the shoulders down the back. As you inhale, feel the sides of the rib cage open and expand. Inhale, open the arms in opposition. And exhale, relax the arms. Samastiti Tadasana beside you. Inhale, reach the arms in opposition, lengthen the body. Take a full breath in and out here. Think about expanding your wings side to side, reach those fingertips away. Take an inhale, grow the crown of the head to the ceiling, and as you exhale, give yourself a hug. Take the left arm under the right. You might stay here, begin to tuck the chin and work those fingers towards your shoulders. And they don't need to touch, you might be out here, that's great. If it feels okay and available to you, bend into the elbows and backs of the palms move towards each other. And if that feels okay, wrap around, find your bind. Begin to drop the chin here, slide the elbows up and the shoulders down. Notice your low back. Begin to lengthen your low back by dropping your rib cage down slightly so that your abdominals are lengthened but not overstretched. As you inhale, think about growing the crown of the head up to the sky and the feet rooting down into your mat. And as you exhale, settle the shoulders, begin to find breath through the body. As you inhale, open the arms, expand. And as you exhale, Samastiti Tadasana. Take a full breath in and out here. And moving through our final sun salutation to finish our practice. Grounding into the feet, hip width apart or big toes touch. As you inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, bend at the knees, allow the chest to move towards the thighs. Inhale, lengthen the back, upward lift. Exhale, forward fold, plant the palms, step or hop back into high plank. Lower the knees down, sit back into child's pose. Move the shoulders towards the wrists. Find high plank, tuck the toes under, and on your next exhale, send the hips upward, downward facing dog. Begin to pedal out the feet here. Remember that you can bend into the knees to send those hips skyward, that little tilt of the pelvis. Taking your last few breaths here, slide the shoulders down the back. Press all 10 knuckles into the floor, all 10 fingers activated, palms really working here to support, and almost thinking about this little internal rotation that we use to really bring those triceps around. Look between the hands, take a few steps or jump forward into your halfway lift. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale brings you all the way up, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, Samastiti Tadasana, back to mountain pose. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope that got you all lengthened out and relaxed, and have a great day.